Hello, lovely people things. I wanted to record a quick video, a really quick one, because I need to go and get some food and some coffee. And yeah, that's why shitty quality. Sorry about that, but I really wanted to make this video to just quickly talk about my experience, which yeah, experience with the worst fucking years of my life that I just had in the past few years. But not because I wanted to talk about shitty things and be all miserable, but the opposite. I wanted to talk about how no matter like what fucking shit you're going through, okay, whether it be like physically or emotionally, mentally, like it doesn't matter. You can get through it and you will get through it and you absolutely can 100% get over anything. And I 100% believe that no matter what the so-called problem is that you have, you can there is a cure or there is a solution to the problem, but the solution won't come through um, thinking the same way you have thought when you created that problem. And that's like fucking quote from Einstein, but um, you can't fix something if you think you have a problem to begin with, or if you have the mentality that you can't fix that thing. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about, and that's exactly what I went through. And I've always lived that way because I've always been a very positive, optimistic, well-rounded, sort of rational, you know, grounded, maybe not grounded, but I've been a pretty, you know, I always thought well about myself, and I was able to go through anything. And it's not that I wasn't able to do that, it's that I started thinking that I wouldn't be able to do those things. Or I kind of created this space in my mind where I thought, what if I can't do this? What if something's wrong with me? What if the world is a bad place? But the thing is, as long as you think those things are going to be what you sort of experience. And if you're afraid of something, then fuck yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna experience that thing because you're so afraid of it that you're living in that situation all the time in your mind, no matter whether it's actually physical or not. The thing is, it all really relies, like everything is in your mind. And I've always known that, but in the past few years, I kind of took this, I went on an adventure, and not a physical one, but a one in my mind, where I discovered all these places in my mind that I had never been to. I didn't know they existed. And let's just say they weren't good places to be in because they were full of anxiety, negative thoughts, depressive thoughts, and all of that I created 100%. But then, and I created it because it's kind of a stupid thing, because I always knew you don't have to do those things. It's stupid. But I went there because I'm a curious kid, and I got inspired to do poetry. And if you've ever read poetry, a lot of it is really depressive and negative and horrible. And then I took this creative writing course, and the teacher was very he liked sort of depressive, negative things a lot. And I've always been completely not against, but I'm for positive thinking and living and all that good stuff because I know it works. And the other thing, it just simply doesn't work. It just creates horrible places to be in. But yet I went there because I was kind of curious, and I also wanted to do poetry. And I always knew I shouldn't have gone there. Like every cell in my body was like telling me, it's not a very good place to go. But I went there. I don't know why. I made the decision. I was curious, I guess. And but I made that decision, and it became quite, it wasn't bad at first, but the more I went there, the worse those thoughts got. And then I got scared that I had broken my brain or like ruined myself because I had been thinking those thoughts, and now those thoughts were, I started to be in that place more than I had before. Well, I never really visited that place much, but now that place had become sort of my default where I would go all the time, and I freaked out because had I broken myself? Like, could I ever be myself again? And then I read all these, like, of course, fittingly with the whole freak out mind state. I read some articles saying that your brain changes. Of course, your brain is always changing. Your brain is plastic. That there are brain changes in associated with anxiety, depression. Of course they are. But I started freaking out that now I had permanently broken and altered my brain. I wouldn't be able to fix this. I wouldn't be able to be myself anymore. That's what I was afraid of. And that fear, I held on to it for quite a long time instead of just, exploring the opposite, because I had sort of convinced myself, even though I think I knew that it wasn't true, but I was afraid of it. And I was thinking those fearful thoughts. And, when you're thinking fearful thoughts, you get more fearful thoughts and you just kind of stay in that fearful place. The thing is, you just kind of have to trust that it isn't so. Life is just about trusting, and you never fucking know what's really going on. You really don't. But that's kind of the fun of it, because you get to create your own experience by choosing the kind of thoughts that you want to think. It's really that simple. But yeah, things happen, and I just got really, really, really scared. And also, yeah, I thought I had lost myself, or I wouldn't be able to be myself anymore. Which honestly kind of stupid. It's really stupid. And there are all these like conditions that I created for myself, and I felt like before I had fixed those problems or those questions, like it wasn't until I got answers to those questions, I wouldn't be able to be me again. Which really, I just kept myself in that place out of fear. And the reason that I'm sharing this, rather, perhaps, it's who the fuck gets depressed by poetry? Actually, I think there are more people than just me. I don't think it's that weird, because if you get into poetry, holy fuck, holy shit, or any sort of like literature thing, oh my god, it's full of people who are taking themselves way too seriously. And yeah, so I don't think I'm the only one, yet I know this story sounds like what the fuck, but it all started from there. And for like 2 years I was in a really bad place, okay? It wasn't nice at all. I even got suicidal at some point. And then I was really anxious for like a good year, trying to figure out what was wrong with me, when actually nothing was wrong with me. Life. That's the thing, it's not about fixing problems, it's just about creating your solutions, which are always in your mind. But if you think you have to fix a problem, then you keep fixing problems until the day you die. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. So I will make another video about fixing, getting out of anxiety and things like that. But this video I just want to make to share kind of my story. Hopefully it inspires or motivates, or it does something to people, because I just really wanted to say that you have all this power within you. Really, you have unlimited potential, but you might not be aware of it, or you're afraid that you don't have that, or you're afraid that something's wrong with you, or that you're not worthy. And none of that is true, okay? The thing is, I'll go into this in more detail in my other videos, but I think a lot of people understand that. But then there are all these like techniques and fucking like self-help things, like spiritual gurus, and there are all these like techniques that you can fix like your thinking, but a lot of them actually focus on the negative aspects. And I feel like, at least for me, I know that as long as I'm fixing, like, focused on having a problem, I will have a fucking problem, because that's life, you know, especially when it's things that come to your mind. It's really just subjective, so you can't really, you know, if you're afraid that you've broken your psyche, or like something's wrong with you, or you're different than before, well, fuck yeah, you're different. You change every day. That's not, but it doesn't mean that change is bad. But if you're afraid that there's a bad change in yourself, you will experience that over and over and over and over and over again until you just fix your thinking and change your mindset. But if you think that you can't change your mindset, well, fuck yeah, then you can't, because you're too afraid of it. But obviously, that power is all within you, and it all. I forgot what I was saying. It's all in you, and you absolutely can do it. It's just about choosing to think the thoughts that you would like to think, and choosing thoughts that make you feel good. It's that simple, and we'll talk a lot about that in my channel, because I am fucking passionate about this stuff. I always have been, even before this whole ordeal happened to me. Maybe I went there because I was kind of curious about the other side. Yeah. But so, this video got really fucking long. But I hope that maybe you enjoyed this little ramble, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.